Here's what 30 days free to play looks like, and yes, we've got some regrets. That said though, we have quite a few wins and we're gonna cover all of it here. We are 30 days in, technically 30 days in on this free to play account, and I do want to note that this is not a how-to, this is not a tutorial on how to get started with free to play, though you could take some notes from it if you'd like, or rather what not to do in some cases, because we did hit some challenges, but this is more about what I did and how I progressed. We're gonna completely come clean on some areas that we did very well on, I would like to say, but there are a couple of areas that we definitely could have done better as well. Before we jump right in, I do want to note that even though there's some pros and cons to this account, I did have a lot of fun starting over with a brand new free-to-play account, and I actually think that having fun is way better than perfection, especially when starting over. And while I have this free-to-play account going on, and we're definitely going to go over everything about it here in just a moment, I also have a main account, and I go back and forth creating a lot of different content around Raid. I created a report card, or well, sort of. I had ChatGPT create a report card for me. I had to go through and rate all the different areas of the game and how well it felt like I was doing, considering the fact that we're free to play and we're 30 days in, 32 days. I think this makes it just a little bit more fun, and ChatGPT, while I think was a little bit harsh on some of these things, I also think that it was pretty accurate, let's be honest. Alright, we're gonna go through all of these, but I just wanted to share this with you as a fun little way of displaying where we're at and how well I, and apparently ChatGPT, thinks that we did with our accounts and all the different areas and stages. Now's the perfect time to click the link in the description below to get a free Uugo, as well as 2 more insane epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Play and Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email, launch Raid and complete the tutorial, go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Uugo right after signing up, as well as Tagoar at level 10 and Rector Drath at level 20. Click the link right now. Alright, first and foremost, we're level 48. We've got 455,000 as our power level. I definitely think that this could have been improved on in many different ways. Like, for instance, I haven't been pulling a whole lot of shards. In fact, I only pulled shards during CVC 2 weeks ago. We have another one coming up here, which is what I'll probably save it for, or I might save it for the next fusion. I'm not sure yet. To be completely honest, when it comes to a free-to-play account, it's really freaking hard to gather all of these shards, so I think that maybe saving them for a fusion would be best, but then again, it would really help my account if I could get like a really good shard pool. Alright, let's run through all these different areas. Campaign. Campaign's really important to be able to consistently farm and get through. We did get all the way up to Brutal. I haven't gone through and finished up Nightmare yet. I think I'm just gonna wait to do Nightmare when I can go through and just 3-star all the different stages, you know, to have 2 champions. Actually, I probably could do that now with these 2, because I have 2 6-star champions. I could probably go through with these 2 and get it done. Going back to campaign and being able to consistently farm it, we go through 12-3 very easily. Kale's able to farm through it consistently, no losses, very easy. Glad we got that done pretty quickly as well. So we got a nice little A in the campaigns. Alright, next is clan bosses. I'm not too worried about Hydra or Chimera. I'm kind of just getting them done and doing the keys as needed, but when it comes to the Demon Lord, this is definitely one of the challenge areas that I need to hone in on and spend more time on that I haven't been doing. I would have liked to have been to Nightmare at this stage, 30 days in. I have no idea if that's realistic or not. I would love to hear your opinion. If you feel like 30 days, you should be able to do Nightmare, Demon Lord, clan boss. Maybe that's a little bit pushing it. Again, it also just depends on what champions you have, right? For right now, I'm doing hard, that it takes 2 keys. I could probably 4-key Brutal, and that's kind of what I'm working on getting to right now, but we're stuck at 2-keying hard and working towards Brutal. We're shows at Nightmare, so we're definitely struggling a little bit here when it comes to clan boss, and I do have teams that could probably do it fairly well, especially now that I'm getting more level 50 champions, and we have an Uugo and Kale, who is great with Demon Lord, so I'll have to really work on this, but we didn't quite hit that. So Faction Wars, however, I did do, I think, pretty well. I would love to hear your opinion on it, on if you think I did okay. You can't see it, but I've completed 193 stars. We are able to get some of the bosses done in quite a few of these areas. Okay, next is Doom Tower. I'm not worrying too much about Doom Tower. As long as I can get a couple of these little boss guys done, like get up 10-20 levels, I'm happy. I am stuck right here at level 30, floor 30. A normal hard, I basically just can't do it all, but I think that that's completely understandable when it comes to a brand new free-to-play account. As long as I can get through some of these so that I can finish my silver keys every single day, I'm not too worried about Doom Tower, but I just wanted to update where we're at with that. Next is another area that I definitely need to work on, but I do have Haikatoon now, who is a speed aura, which is fantastic. Arena has been a little bit of a struggle for me. Right now, I'm on silver 3, well, silver 2, because we just woke up and we got knocked down a little bit, it. I do keep my defense usually with a one-man team, like an easy one-man team. The reason why is because I kept on getting stuck at Silver 4. Silver 4, I was struggling with the teams. We are a little bit on the struggle bus when it comes to Arena. I don't think it's too bad to be at Silver 2, Silver 3, Silver 4. I would have liked to have been in Gold by now though, but as we just mentioned, we do have Haikatune, which is a speed aura. I am still building her out because we just got her, but it is nice to be able to get in there and be able to go first, so we could probably get ourselves to Gold now that we've got her, and as I continue to build her out. 3v3 Arena, I don't think a whole lot of brand new free-to-play players, and you correct me if I'm wrong, please. I don't think a lot of people really worry too much about 3v3 Arena because you just don't have that many people to be able to build out teams, right? Like I'm trying to fill it in wherever I can. I'm even using a freaking uncommon, really good uncommon, but I'm even using a freaking uncommon to fill in the teams where I can. That said though, I do wish that we were a little bit further. We're at freaking bronze 1, especially because you get way more points the further up you get in like CVCs. We get a lot more gold bars. It would have been helpful to be further up so that we can continue to utilize the bazaar a little bit more. But that said, it's not like a crazy area that I'm too worried about. That said, ChatGPT did give us a D. As a straight A student, when I was in school, like forever ago, because I'm old, I don't like getting Ds. I don't like getting Cs. I was a dash behind an A minus wasn't a pretty look for me. I did not like that, so I'm not liking all of these bad grades so far, but that's okay. Moving on. Going back to our lovely report card. These are our progression metrics. We kind of just went through each of these. We didn't do too well in some of the areas, but there were also areas that we're doing great on. I really want to hone in on the Arbiter missions a little bit more. The problem is I did kind of stop focusing on them or hyper focusing on them around week 2. That said, I think we're on track to get our Arbiter, depending on if we get stuck at one of these stages randomly. I think we'll probably be able to get her within the next 2 to 4 weeks-ish, which isn't too bad. I've seen other people who do free-to-play accounts. There's a lot of people who are able to do it in the first 30 days, which would have been fantastic if we were able to do that. And then there's even some people who push it in like a week, which is crazy if you think about that. But it's ideal to get through them as quickly as possible if you can, because in that first week, you have all the potion keeps open. And those are a lot of the ones where I'm getting stuck on, having to wait all the way until these open when you need to use them. So our Arbiter missions, we definitely could be further along with, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it as much as I would love to get Arbiter. I think we're okay. Now that we've got a good little overview of where our account is at, let's talk about some key wins that we've been able to do. First and foremost, we do have 2 6-star champions. I've got an Uugo for support to help us carry through some of our teams in the different areas, and then we've got Caleb, which was our starter. I'm very happy that we're able to get 2 6-starters, and we have quite a few 50s as well. I do wish we were a little bit further along. I have been saving up some of the food champions and things so that we can go through during CVCs, and maybe even during, I don't know if we decide to go through the next fusion, but I am happy with the fact that we have 2 6-star champions already. I think at this point, I'm going to focus less on getting a 3rd 6-star and more on getting more 50s on the account. I don't know if that's the right call or not. Please feel free to let me know what your thoughts are on that, but I think that a lot of these champions could do decently well at 50. So I think that having more 50s to help with Tag Team Arena, to help with Clan Boss, to help with all the different areas probably is better than getting a 3rd 6-star champion. It just takes so much freaking food to do a 6-star. You know what I mean? I could get more 50s and some 40s for like Faction Wars, and that might be a little bit more helpful. Another great win that I think we've done is, although we haven't been doing a whole lot of polls when it comes to Ancient Voids and Sacred Shards, I only really did one real poll session so far on this account, and otherwise we've just decided to save. And I actually think that that is a win. We don't have a crazy amount, but I think that's a win because, one, we've got CVCs coming up. This isn't a very big CVC because there's no personal rewards, so I'm not going to be polling during that, I don't think, but we are going to be saving for, I don't know, let's say we have a really good summons event come up, or like I said, if we decide to go after the next fusion. Another cool win I'm really glad that I did not go after this current fusion that's going on, and I'm so freaking happy that I didn't, because when this thing came up, this hero's path, oh my goodness, not only did I not want to touch that with my main account, I definitely did not want to touch it with my free-to-play account, so I'm really glad we skipped this fusion, but I'm also glad that it gave us an opportunity to kind of save up in certain areas, like for instance our shards. So that's another win, I think, is our resource hoarding that we've been doing. Definitely could be better, but I am pretty happy with where it's at. Another cool win, and this one's not crazy, but during that first big shard pull that we did, we got 7 different epics from that one shard pool session. So we got Uugo, Rector Drath, and Tagoar from my link in the description. Don't forget to use it. We got Haikatune from our daily rewards, and then we were able to pull 7 other epics. So I'm really happy. Some of them are okay, some of them are alright, but then we have other ones like Venomage. So freaking happy that we pulled. So we did have quite a few wins when it comes to that. We only have 2 Legos right now. We got Supreme Gallic from a promo code, which is Supreme 6. Alice if you want to get him. And then I also got Alice from, as you know, the Alice chase that we had going on. So those are just a couple of wins that we have. Let's go over some of the biggest regrets. So first and foremost, I don't even have my freaking mine open yet, which is painful. Yeah, we have been working on our gear a little bit, but I do wish that I had spent more time on it and more of the energy that I had gotten over the time I wish it was a little bit better. I am pretty happy with the stages we're at with dungeons. So Dragon, I'm happy at stage 13. I don't really feel like pushing on until I can really get to stage 20 because that's when it hits 5 to 6 star items. So I'm okay with stage 13 for Dragon. Spider, we're stuck at stage 10. Stage 10's not too bad though because it's 4 to 5 artifact items. I wish we could get to stage 13 so we can start to get 6 star accessories, but that's okay. I'm not worried about Ice Golem or Fire Knight right now, but we do have a Venom Mage. So once we get our Venom Mage built out, I think that dungeons are going to be a whole lot easier and move further along. Minnow is a great win that we have because we actually can do stage 15 now just fine. It does take a full team, but I'm totally okay with that. Speaking of masteries, we do have a good win, I think. I would love to hear your thoughts on this one because I don't know if maybe I should have spent more time in Minnow, but we do have Kale. His masteries are completely done. I have been running Minnow quite a bit right now because there weren't any other big events that I really wanted to participate in, and I really want to get these masteries built out, so I just need to go in and finish filling in all of these guys. So we have been able to progress as far as masteries are concerned. Okay, let's talk about some unanswered questions I think a lot of people have when they're starting a new free-to-play account. For example, how many 6-star champions should you have in the first 30 days? I honestly think 2 is just fine. I think that's a great progression level. Again, obviously there's some people who are able to get their first 6-star in the first week. I was not one of them. It took me, I think, 2 weeks to get Kale and then 2 more weeks to get Uugo. So I've got 2 6-star champions. I think that's fine. I think having 2 6-star champions within the first month is fantastic. Probably you could maybe get 2, 3, like get 3 6-star champions in the first 30 days. You'll have to push quite a bit, but I think having 2 is perfectly fine. I think that if you are 30 days in and you don't at least have 1, then probably should be putting more time, more time and effort and energy into it. For me, when it comes to the investments that I've put into my champions, a couple of mistakes and challenges that I've run into is like, for instance, like Tagoar and Rector Drath. I think that they kind of got backburnered in my mind simply because I had Uugo, and they're all 3 fantastic and amazing. I've heard people call Rector Drath the undying healer. If I could get her built up, plus I did get a blessing for her recently. I need to go in and assign that, but she could be fantastic. Tagoar is also fantastic. So I do wish I had spent a little bit more energy on them. Same with Venom Mage, because I know Venom Mage can help a ton with the dungeons. And I have said that one of my big mistakes is that I am lacking on gear. I have a gear shortage, or at least the gear that I would really like to have to build them out. So Venom Mage is definitely one that I wish I'd spent a little more time on. I'm very happy that I spent time on Apothecary and a little bit more resources and investment in him, because Apothecary is fantastic. Also got a blessing for him as well. Alice, I wish I had spent more time on, because we did get her blessings from the Alice chase. I think I still can take her up. Yeah, I could take her all the way up to 5 stars. So I do wish, I wish that I had spent more time and effort into Alice, maybe even 6-starred her. Definitely regret looking back at it. Books, I'm pretty happy with. We've got a couple of champions that are completely booked out. We've got Kale completely booked out, Apothecary is completely booked out, so is Uugo as well. And then I'm slowly, hopefully, gonna get more and more books into these other champions, but I think we're at a decent place when it comes to where we've booked champions out. Another common question that I think people have when they're starting a brand new free-to-play account is, when is it okay to start YOLOing shards? Like, just to go all in. What I did in the very beginning of the month is I saved and decided to wait until there was a champion chase and then pulled them. So I am glad that I was like aware of the events that were going on at the time and decided to save them. But some people like to just YOLO pull shards for like the first, I don't know, month right away so that you can see what champions you can get. For me personally, I decided to just save them, and I'm only using them at unique specific times during, you know, events and CVCs. And a big reason for that, and I kind of touched on this earlier, is, well, simply put, I don't have enough to build out the champions that I already have. So I'm okay with saving up my shards, and I don't really YOLO pull that often. I'm usually the kind of person that likes to hoard them. During this month, we had 2 CVCs. We had one right after I had started this account, and then we also had the last one, which was a PR event. Both of them, I easily did 100,000 points on this brand new free-to-play account. Even that first one, like right off the bat, even though this was a fresh account at the time, I think it was only like it was like a week old, we were able to do 100,000 points in CVC right away. So CVC we're doing pretty great on. I am considering doing the next fusion. I have no idea obviously what it's going to be. We'll have to reassess if it's a good champion for us to go in on. Fusions are really difficult with brand new free-to-play accounts, so I definitely decided to skip the current one that's going on, and I am considering, depending on what it is and if I'll need it, if it's a good champion or not, I am considering saving a bunch of resources like the shards, maybe thinking about doing the next fusion that comes up. Let's talk about what's next for this account. What What are our goals for getting to 60 days? What are the next 30 days going to look like? First and foremost, we're going to unlock this freaking mine because it's bugging me. I'll probably, like I said, do that tomorrow during the CVC so I can get some points for using 500 freaking gems. Next is getting our third 6-star champion. As I mentioned, I'll probably focus a little bit more on 4-starring and 5-starring different champions, but within the next month, I think we could probably get our third 6-star champion as well. Another goal that we have is freaking clan boss. We are going to work on our team and making sure they have better synergy. And like I said, maybe we'll 6-star another champion, and it'll probably be someone who can help with the clan bosses a little bit better. We want at the very least to get to brutal and be able to get through that probably with like a 2 key, but I would really love it if we can get to nightmare. But we are going to make sure we hone in on that a lot more as we progress into our next 30 days. Another goal will probably be getting to Spider 13. I would love Spider 13 so that we can start to get some 6-star accessories. That would be fantastic as well. Arenas, we definitely want to get to gold, at least gold 1. For heaven's sakes, we can get to gold 1, especially now that we have Haikintune, and then also with the 3v3 tag team arena, we definitely want to tier up within the next month. If you're a free-to-play player, I'd love to know how far you were able to get in your first 30 days. I'm sure there's quite a few areas and challenges that I ran into that I probably could have overcome a whole lot better, but I'm pretty happy with where we're at. But knowing where others have been and where they are could probably help me gauge a little bit more and where I need to be focusing in on a lot better. That said though, I do want to wrap back to something that I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, which is that this has been fun. I actually really enjoyed creating a brand new free-to-play account. I've had people comment saying that they've been thinking about doing a new free-to-play account, but they remember how much of a grind this freaking game is, especially in the beginning, so they just decided not to. I've enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun going through and trying to strategize and prioritize where I'm putting all of my different efforts and energy and resources, and it's been a lot of fun for me. So I think it's really important to think about, you know, having fun over perfection, having a roadmap and goals, which I definitely enjoy, but at the same time thinking about, do you actually enjoy it? And I did. All right, coming back to this bright freaking screen again, I want to show all the different areas where we did well and some of the areas we could have done better. We got a B-, according to ChatGPT. I actually think that a B- isn't too bad. There's some areas that we really excelled at, and there's some areas where we definitely could have been better. I think having a report card for a free-to-play account is a lot of fun, and hopefully it visually can kind of help give an idea of where we're at, and it'll also help us gauge not only where we're at, but also where can we put in a little bit more time, effort, and resources for the next 30 days. It'd also be kind of fun to pull out another report card when we hit our 60-day mark so that we can kind of see, okay, were we able to improve in these different areas that we got like D's and F's on, and what are the other areas that we were able to excel at. I would have lost to that team previously before I had Haikintune. Haikintune and just having that aura, even though she's not really built out yet, oh, so freaking helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your progress that you've been able to do for your free-to-play account if you've got one going on. Don't forget, if you are thinking about starting one, grab that link in my bio because it definitely helped me with my new account, and I had a lot of fun utilizing those free champions that I got, Uugo, Tagoar, Rector Drath. It helped a lot. You also get some other resources as well, so click the link in the description so that you can get those too. Thank you for your time today, especially if you watched all the way to this point. I appreciate you. Keep killing it, and I'll see ya.